Hello YouTube, I got to 99 with a Barb this season. In hardcore, I got number 13 overall and number 1 Barb with 540 million gap between me and the second person. And these are the strategies that we used along the way. I made this list, this tier list, and we will go over it. For the Scariness, I play hardcore, so this is hardcore main issue. But in softcore, if you die, you lose XP. If you are trying to gain XP, you don't want to lose XP, so Scariness is like kind of still relevant. For Bloodmore and Den of Evil, what you want to do is you want to like do a quick tour around Bloodmore, kill the uniques and champ packs, and then hop onto Den of Evil, just straight directly to the corpse fire and kill the corpse fire and make new game. That's the best strategy. There's nothing else in Den of Evil that you care about, so just disregard everything, go for corpse fire. The cave has 2 levels, so Cold Plains and the cave is actually a really good terror zone because you get to do like 3 levels and they're like within each other, so that's like very smooth gameplay. In Cold Plains there are a lot of XP shrines, so that's really good. Same goes for Bloodmore as well. So in Cold Plains, what you want to do is just kill everything that you can. When you see the cave, just go in the cave. No need to look around and try to find other shit. After killing Bishibash, that is. Because there are 2 super uniques and you want to kill every super unique, if possible. What we would do is, we would just discover Cold Plains real quick. See if we can find Bishibash. Kill Bishibash. Find the cave, hop into the cave. You're good. For the Scariness, cave has like archers in it, so it's a B tier Scariness. In the cave, the super unique Cold Crow and the second level will be on the opposite side. So if you find the second level, just go into the second level. If you find Cold Crow, just kill Cold Crow and then go for the second level. After you find the second level, looking for Cold Crow and finding it and killing it is really not justifiable time-wise. So if you find second level, go clear second level, make new game. Burial Grounds, Crypt and the Mausoleum. If you are not pushing heavily, even if you are pushing heavily, consider sleeping when this zone comes in. Because you get like limited sleep time because of how the TZs is set up. You get like sleep periods of 1 hour and it's really not like optimal for your body. So if you want to utilize bad terror zones when they came in, this is one of those. Just consider sleeping. If not, it's a pain to find. You gotta discover Cold Plains and like find the path that is like next to a wall, get into the Burial Grounds, kill Bloodraven, and then do a quick run through of the Crypt and the Mausoleum. It's really not a lot of elites, it's really not a lot of XP. If you wanna sleep, this is where you sleep. Stonyfield is also a D tier zone. I wish Stonyfield and Tristram was combined. In Stony, Rakanishu is good. There are XP shrines, so that's okay. But other than that, there's nothing going on for Stony really. It's kinda sucks, kinda boring. If you slept in Burial and then Stony came up, like when you wake up and check your timer, it's Stony, just keep sleeping. Darkwood Underground Passage. It's the same principle with Cold Plains and the cave. There's like Darkwood and now you go into Underground Passage and there's Underground Passage level 2, so it's like 3 zones back to back, which is really good. In Darkwood, there is the Tree Fist, so look around in Darkwood, grab any XP shrines that you can, kill Tree Fist, and then hop into the Underground Passage. As soon as you find level 2, get in there, clear, and get up. Make new game. That's the best way of clearing this. There are archers, so it's B tier Scariness. For Black Marsh and the Hole, it's again the same principle with Cold Plains, the cave, Darkwood Underground Passage. Also there are like XP shrines again, so it's like a very good zone. And the best part with this zone is that there are no super uniques. So you start here, you find the hole, you go into the hole, you just take the most direct path to level 2, and that's the best thing that you can do. And like clear everything and just make new. It's a really good zone. It goes very fast. The Forgotten Tower, is like a zone that we all know and love and farm a lot. And when we are farming the Forgotten Tower, what we do is we always go left, yeah, because that's the next level. But in this case, while farming in terror zones, what you want to do is you want to take the right path, yeah. You hug the right wall, and that way you will encounter the most amount of elites that you can until you hit the next level door. And there are like 1 to 4, I want to say, elites every level. So this can be like a 20 pack zone, you know, it's like really good. The only problem is finding it. Other than that, it's fine. It has 8 tier scariness because of ghosts and archers. You go through a lot of doors, so the chance of you getting door ganked is kind of there still. That's an issue sometimes. If you are running this in groups, what we did with our team is that we divided the team into 2 groups for each, and one team took level 1, 3, and 5, while the second team was doing levels 2, 4, and 5. We get more XP, and the runs were going faster. So that's actually a strategy that you can utilize if you are running this in an 8-man group. Also, it was like, it feels really good when you optimize the team play. So this was a really fun TZ for the most part. Jail and Barracks. This is like a B tier because it's like huge, even though it has like 4 levels. Jail level 2 has a super unique. Be mindful of that. It's like really not scary at all. There's nothing that you need to worry about. There's only like the skeleton archers, but who cares? There are skeletons. Biggest issue with Jail and Barracks, even though it's like 4 levels, is that the trash that you want to kill sometimes, because like when the rooms are like super dense, what you want to not do is to kill trash that has low XP yielding. So for instance, skeletons has like very low XP yield, so that's why Jail is lower than Cold Plains, Darkwood, and Black Marsh, in my opinion. Cathedral and Catacombs, this is a S tier zone. 3 super uniques, including Underyell, Bonash, and there has to be one more that I can't remember. It's a bit scary because of the tainted and whatnot, but when you get those fallen champ packs with like, I don't know, 4 fallen champ shamans and like a bunch of fallen, it just becomes amazing. You can see your bar move even if you're like level 98 going for 99. Cathedral is really great. It flows really fast. What we did for the most part is we just, if we are running Catacombs and we find the next level, we just go into the next level. We wouldn't just look around and try to clear that specific level and kill Underyell, make new. For the pit, finding it is like kind of boring in comparison to some other TZs. It's an okay TZ. It has like up to 12, I want to say, elite packs, so that's okay. And there are like no super unique, so there's like no certain path that you need to take. There can be archers, that's why it has a B scariness. It's an okay zone, I would do it every time, but it's like nothing special. Tristram is a garbage terror zone, and it has 1 super unique, which is Griswold. So the reason Tristram is garbage is because you need to go to Stony, you need to find Tristram portal. You hop into Tristram, there can be like up to 4, I think, elite packs. And there is also Griswold, which is like a pain in the ass to kill. So what we would do is, Griswold is always on the left side, so we would take we would go counterclockwise. You would start with like going up north from the teleporter, from the red portal, and do a counterclockwise around the edges. Make sure you stop by the middle, because there's always a champ pack there, and that's about it. It's like really a bad zone. It takes like 45 seconds, and like fast zones are not good. You want to stay in the game as much as possible to reduce the load times. MooMoo Farm is an F tier zone because there's not a lot of elites or champ packs. The champ packs and elites are not visible easily. They all look the same. Also, in hardcore, I really recommend not doing this and going to bed, just like in Burial Grounds. I mean, Tristram is doable. Like, I did Tristram in my last push, like on the 44-hour stream. It was, I think, 4th from the last TZ that I got. I mean, it was a like very low point because like we were not getting as much as XP as we wanted, but it was doable. Like we were doing a 2-man, and the games were going very fast. Yeah. So Tristram is doable. You don't have to go to the bed, but if I get cows and I'm like at the 98.9, you know, of my last XP bar, like I was like right there, I would go to bed. Like MooMoo Farm, I am not doing in hardcore because you can get one shot right out the gate as soon as you take the red portal. Like, and I don't want one on my team to die. I don't want to die myself, so I'm not taking that red portal like ever. So MooMoo Farm is a no-no for me. Let's go to Act 2. Sewers is okay. I would do sewers like every time. Again, there are skeletons, so it's like not a lot of XP. It's a very easy zone though, so you just rush Radamant. But the packs are very sparse from each other. The zones are huge. What you want to do is you want to take the tunnel that's next to the mercenary hiring guy, Grease, I want to say. I might be wrong with his name. Take that one, because if you take the one on the northeast side of the map, then you get to the second level much faster, and that's something that you don't want. You want to see as much elites as possible on the way. So make sure you take that, and it's like far away from the spawning zone as well. It's like a walk and a half, really. So sewers is that. Kill Rediment, make new. Rocky Waste and Stony Tomb. What a TZ. What a TZ. It's one of my favorite TZs. I'm like on the verge of giving this an S+. It's so good. It is so good. It's very PKable since it's Rocky Waste, just like Bloodmore or Outer Steps or Bloody Footholds. So you want to pay attention to that. But what we would do is we would look for Stony Tomb as fast as possible and kill all the packs on the way. And once you're in Stony Tomb, you get so many elites, and beetles are amazing XP. So you want to clear all of the tombs from right to left. You want to do all of the tombs in a counterclockwise fashion, because the exit is always on the left. So once you're in level 1, you clear the tomb from right to left. But once you're in level 2, you don't clear it from right to left. This is very important. Let me actually draw it up. So assume you went in like this, okay? This is the door. There's this room. There's gonna be this room. And then there's gonna be this room. Okay. Okay, that looks weird, but bear with me. So what you wanna do is, in this setup, you came in from here. Let me swap to green or something. The elite, the super unique, is always here. Okay? Super unique is always right across. So what you want to do is you want to go in here first and then go across, so you don't spawn the super unique and decrease the amount of elites that you get in the whole map by 1. So you go here, kill the elite packs. You go here, kill the elite packs. There's a chest here as well. Pop the chest open. And then you want to go and kill the third one, which is the super unique. So Stony Tomb has that specific way of running it. And that's the most important thing about this whole TZ. but it is an S tier TZ otherwise. Like, you get so many beetles, you get so much XP, it's amazing. It is actually amazing. Dry Hills and Halls of the Dead. Again, it's a tomb based TZ, so it's really good. If you want to skip Dry Hills and run only Halls of the Dead, that's a really valid option, and that's what we did as well. What we would do is go to Halls of the Dead level 2, look around the map, kill all the packs, and if we find level 1 before level 3, one person would go into level 1, drop a TP, come back up, we would go clear level 3, and then we would all take that person's TP into level 1 and clear level 1 that way. Again, you should path from right to left as much as possible. The Horadrims in here with the skeletons, they have like a lot of XP potential, especially if they are like champ packs. They are almost equivalent to the champ fallen packs that you find in Act 1. These are really good. Far Oasis. Okay, this is another I go to bed zone. The reason being, it is only one level. It is vast. Like, it's huge. And there's like maybe 5 packs. Also, the mob type is garbage in here. There are 4 mob types that you can spawn in every map, for the most part. And you spawn like 3 of them, yeah? In every map. So in Far Oasis, the issue is the 2 that you can get is really bad. Raptors are really bad, and the insectoids are like really bad. They have like almost no XP. So in Far Oasis, if you don't get beetles, it's garbage. Really garbage. Just do beetle burst and get out. Like, but I would go to bed if Far Oasis. I am like 97. I go to bed every time. Lost City Valley of Snakes. Lost City is pretty cool. It has like Dark Elder in it as well. Just try to find Claw Viper Temple. If you see Dark Elder on the way, just kill Dark Elder. Just kill every pack that you see along the way, actually. And then hit Claw Viper Temple. Do the Claw Viper Temple from right to left again. So you get the most out of it. And on second level you have Fang Skin. It has B Scariness because of the Vipers. They can charge you and knockback. So that's like kind of scary. So it has B tier Scariness. Other than that, it's a really good zone. I like doing this. Even though it's like a little... even though it's like as vast as Far Oasis, and like finding Claw Viper Temple might be an issue sometimes, there's enough elites along like inside Lost City, and the Enterprise, which is Claw Viper Temple, is good enough that it has B tier. Ancient Tunnels is B tier. It has like 2 things that's going for it, actually 3. It has 0 super unique, so you can run it whatever the way you want. It's really not scary at all. It's one of the easiest zones in the game. And the only issue with Ancient Tunnels that I have, like, it has like 8 to 10 elite packs in it. So the only issue that I have with Ancient Tunnels is that it is within Lost City and it's sometimes hard to find. Like, so you are losing time while trying to find it. That's the only issue. Arcane Sanctuary is like a C tier. There's like really not a lot here. What you want to do with Arcane Sanctuary is you don't want to clear all 4 ways. You just want to clear one of the paths. And what we would do is we would, instead of going to a random path, we would look for the correct path, which is the one that has no stairs and no teleporters. There's only one of those. So we would do that path every time. And just do a walk around and check the middle of that wing. See if there are any elites. Pop the 3 super chests at the end of the wing. If there's a summoner, kill the summoner and complete the path and get up. It has B tier Scariness because there are ghosts in there, and if there's a scary pack like extra fast, extra strong, Mytora, cursed, you can just die. So it's like, if you don't position yourself properly. Also, there's a video on YouTube, again by me, on how to not die in hardcore. You should check that out. I'll put the thing. Torlers Tombs is an S tier zone. S plus tier zone. It's one of the best zones in the game. If you are getting to 99 casually, you wanna hop on when it's the Torlers Tombs TZ. Like, it's that good. There are 7 caves, and 2 of those one of those caves is not worth doing. It's the Duril cave. If you are not seeing a lot of elites and the cave is like very big in comparison to the rest, you want to get up because it's the Duril tomb. It doesn't have as many elites in it, and it's really not worth doing. So you get like 6 of them every time. Clear it from right to left. It has beetles in it, a lot of density, and maulers in it. So if you are playing hardcore, make sure you open the doors before TPing into the rooms, so you don't get one shot by like a nasty pack of maulers or something. Other than that, it's a beautiful zone. One of my favorites for sure. In Act 3, Spider Forest and Spider Cavern. This is an A tier zone for sure. Spider Forest has very good mob types. Very easy. But Spider Cavern sometimes can get nasty, especially around the Super Unique's arc, because it always has Curse and like any other nasty aura or like nasty mod that it can get can like turn into a shitfest really. You want to start from the east side and do a counterclockwise because Zark is always on the southwest end of the map. And while doing Spider Forest, if we find Spider Cavern, we would just go into Cavern and clear it and make new game. This is a really good zone. Great Marsh is a B tier zone. Zombies don't give a lot of XP. They hit hard. There's ghosts in there, so it has S tier Scariness. Sometimes you can get nasty ghost packs, even multiples side by side. There are no super uniques, so that's good, but other than that, it's kind of scary. That's why it's B tier. It's good XP, but yeah, just watch your positioning, watch yourself at all times for sure. Flare Jungle, Flare Dungeon, amazing TZ. Amazing TZ. It is C tier while you are doing Flare Jungle, because it has the Fetish Boys, and you get 2 elites out of 1 unique pack, which is really good. There's a lot of density, so you want to do Flare Jungle, C tier, and then Flare Dungeon can spawn dolls and ghosts. It's very tight spacing, so it's like really rough. I wouldn't want to do that, so just if you are not confident, don't do Flare Dungeon. If you are not ranged, don't do Flare Dungeon. I never did Flare Dungeon. If I'm not trusting the team 100%, I would never do Flare Dungeon. Crest Bazaar, Ruined Temple and Disused Fane. This is a rough zone because you need to hunt for Ruined Temple and Disused Fane. There's not a lot in Crest Bazaar. There are insectoids as a monster type, so it's like really bad. And in Ruined Temple and Disused Fane, there are like 2-3 packs each, so it's like not the best. It is what it is though. Like, if I have to run it, I would run it, but it's not one of my favorites, that's for sure. The reason it has C tier Scariness is because, and not D tier, is because you can gank at the door in Ruined Temple and Disused Fane, so that's scary sometimes. Other than that, it's a very casual zone. Travincle is really good. Really good in terms of loot. Not as good in terms of XP. What you want to do is you just want to take the waypoints, take the path directly on the road and see if there are any uniques across the council. If there are, clear those uniques and then go do council and get out. Council, especially at 96 TZ, can get very scary with some like Conviction Aura, Might Aura. It can get nasty in there. So that's pretty much that. It's scary, low XP, but good loot opportunity. Especially if you want to hork, like if you have a horker with you, it's really good. Durance of Hate, garbage zone. You don't want to do Durance 2. You want to just take the waypoint to Durance 2, have your sorceress go to Durance 3, teleport everybody in at the door, clear the council, clear the... Okay, there are actually like more. I think there are like 3 over here. Actually 4, I want to say. So what you want to do is you want to take the sorceress's TP, clear if there's a ghoul pack on the southwest port, and kill the council. Go up, kill the single council member up north, and then go west, kill Mephisto, pop the chest, go south, kill the other single council member, and then take the portal to Act 4, so you spawn in Act 4 once you remake the game. It's really not a lot of XP, it's a lot of waiting around, sitting around in town while the sorceress is teleporting. And it's very scary especially for the sorceress, because she's taking all the risk going through maulers and dolls while you are just sitting in town jerking off. Act 4, Outer Steps and Plains of Despair. This is like an okay zone. There's only Izual in here, so convince someone else to play Stork always, because they will need to TP to bail while you are sitting in town from like level 60 to level 94. So they are doing all the work while you are just chatting with your friends. That's what you want, to chat with your friends while somebody else is doing the work. Outer Steps and Plains of Despair. C tier zone. Not a lot going on. Plains of Despair has souls in it, so it's scary. It's okay, like there's a lot of elites, but it's very vast. And what we would do is, like, we wouldn't clear the entire Outer Steps, we would just rush to Plains of Despair, kill all the packs along the way, and then clear Plains of Despair. Once we kill Izual, we would go out, like get out, make new game, because we now decrease the amount of elites that we can spawn in Plains of Despair by finding Izual. River of Flames, City of the Damned is a better zone, in my opinion, than Outer Steps. The best way that we found clearing River of Flame and City of the Damned is that you would take River of the Flame waypoint and walk backwards towards City of the Damned. Oh my god. Kill Hephaestus along the way if you can find them. If not, it's fine. Get up to City of the Damned. Do one tour around the waypoint and clear the entire area, like just the packs obviously, and that's it. It's a good zone. B tier Scariness, like it's like much safer than Plains of Despair, in my opinion. Both River of Flame and City of the Damned does not have anything in particular that's like very scary except Maulers in River of Flame and Tainted in City of the Damned, and both of those are much manageable in comparison to Ghosts, Dolls, and Chargers. So this is fine. River of Flame is a good zone. And here we are, the zone that got me to first page. Chaos Sanctuary is the best TZ in the game. It's the best experience that you can get in the game. It's just amazing. It's easy to find. It is fast paced. It has a lot of elites in it. It has 3 super uniques that you want to kill. And like if there's a Horker in your team, it's even better because the finger mages have like higher chance of rune dropping. It's just amazing. It's just amazing zone. So the strategy for Chaos is you BO your sorceress at River of Flame. You have your sorceress TP to the star. They drop a TP. And then if there are 3 teleporters in your team, what you want to do is you want to pre-pop the seals before everybody else has a chance to catch up. So you minimize the risk of dying for anybody in your team. What we would do is, I had an Enigma, there were 2 sorceresses in the team. So once one of the sorceresses dropped the TP, He would go directly to Grand Vizier. I would go directly to Lord Desays, and the other sources would directly go to Infector of Souls. We would pop the seals and then start doing the TZ from Grand Vizier, Lord Desays, Infector of Souls. We were not killing Diablo because it takes so long to spawn, and you are just missing out on XP. You just want to kill the elites and get out. If there's someone who can like herd the elite pack, the odd elite pack, sometimes that might show up on the southwest end of the star. They can like herd it towards Grand Vizier, so once the team is done with Grand Vizier, they have a chance to like get an get another elite pack or two while on the way to Lord Desays. But that's like not always doable because the person who's herding also wants to get XP, so they also want to be near Grand Vizier while doing this. If you are not pre-popping, it has S tier Scariness because they can just pop the Sace on you and you will get one shot no matter who you are, no matter what you are. But if not, then it's like really not scary at all. It's so good. So good. Finally, Act 5. We have Bloody Footles, Frigid, and Abaddon. This is a really, really good one. I really like this a lot. Last season, this was like separated and Abaddon was not a thing. And it was just not enough. But with this setup, you have 5 super uniques. I mean, you don't do deck Farron, so it's like actually 4. Also, you don't want to do Shank as well. We ended up not including Shank in our runs towards the end because it was like the homies around Shank, they are not minions of Shank, so they don't give a lot of XP. Only Shank gives XP and he gives like 20k or something. It's really not worth doing. So what you want to do is you want to take the Frigid Waypoint, go directly to Eldritch, find the first Barb Camp, kill the super unique there, and then rush to the next zone, which is Ariat Plateau. And the third super unique is gonna be between Ariat Plateau and Frigid Highlands. If you see Abaddon along the way, whoever sees it just drops a TP there, and everybody goes kills the super unique at the end of Frigid Highlands, and then you will all take the TP for Abaddon and clear Abaddon and get out. Abaddon can spawn dolls in it and birds, so it's like scarier than your average zone. But it's really okay in general. Obviously you kill every unique and champ pack along the way while you are clearing the super uniques, but that's just a given for every TC. This is a really good one. I really like this a lot. Glacial Trail and Drifter Cavern. It's like a 2-zoner again. Drifter Cavern is very small. You want to kill the super unique in Glacial Trail if possible. If not, don't worry about it. If you find Drifter Cavern before you find the super unique, just like we had in Cave, just go into Drifter Cavern and clear Drifter Cavern instead, and you're gonna be fine. For Crystalline Passage and Frozen River has Frozenstein in it. It can spawn souls, so it's more dangerous than the previous version. It is a really good zone. Otherwise, A tier for sure. Also, it's scary, just like Glacial Trail and Drifter Cavern, because it can spawn chargers, like the undead chargers and vipers. So sometimes it gets nasty in there, but it's okay otherwise. Good XP though. Ariat Plateau, Pit of Acheron. It's like the armpit of Act 5 really. There's really nothing here. Like there's only Thresh Socket in Ariat Plateau. You want to do Thresh Socket and then you want to hop into Pit of Acheron as fast as possible, clear that, and just get out, make new game. There can be dolls in Pit of Acheron, so it can get nasty. Otherwise, it's like a very chill zone. Nilithax Temple, Halls of Anguish, Halls of Pain, and Halls of What? What you want to do here is you want to take the waypoint to, I think, Halls of Pain, and not fight Pindle. Because Pindle's scary, and it can one-shot you. So take the waypoint to whichever of one of these have the waypoint. I think it's Halls of Pain. go all the way to level 3 and kill all the elites and uniques along the way. And once you're in level 3, you can find Nilithak by looking at the pictures that I'm sure there are like 1000 guide videos on how to find Nilithak properly on YouTube. When you find Nilithak, you do not want to go across Nilithak because there's nothing there. You want to go to right and left of Nilithak, and those pockets will have, one of them will have a urn, and the other one will have a champ pack for the most time. So you want to clear those, and then if you can, you want to clear Nilithak and get out. It's a B tier zone. On the way, sometimes there's very good density, sometimes not. So it's a hit or miss zone, really. But it can get very scary, especially if you are doing Nilithak. Ancient Way and Icy Cellar is, again, just like its cousins, Glacial Trail, Crystalline Passage. It's an A tier zone. Icy Cellar is a small version, again, of a cave, just like Drifter Cavern. And it can spawn souls and dolls, which has S tier scariness. It sometimes gets very nasty in there. You wanna see what mob types you spawn. It's very important. And other than that, it's a good zone. Just clear it, get out. Finally, Worldstone is an S plus zone. It's a chill zone. You can look for XP shrines in Act 1 while your sorceress is looking for the throne. And it has D tier scariness for everybody who is not doing the teleporting, and S tier scariness for the teleporter, because you can get like nasty ghost packs along the way. Other than that, it's a very chill zone. Chaos is very sweaty, but Throne is very chill. And like you can just sit behind the pillar with an XP shrine, equipping your Ondals and call it a day. It's really good in that sense. You don't want to do Bale because it takes a while for it to spawn. It's really not worth your time if you're not after loot but after XP. I would just do the 5 waves and get out. And this is how we ran every terror zone in the game during our push to 99. And I thank you all for listening to my spiel. GG.